will stand in our way, and our golden age has just begun.
This is Human Events with Jack Posobiec.
Now it's time for everyone to understand what America First truly means.
Welcome to the Second American Revolution.
All right, folks, Jack Posobiec. We are back live here, Human Events Daily. Folks, let me tell you something. Cold weather will be here before you know it. And do you know what I realized the other day? If the power goes out when it's cold, I've got no way to keep myself and my family warm. I mean, it's crazy when you think about it. We could actually freeze. But then I heard about the Vesta off-grid space heater from our friends at MyPatriotSupply. This is a space heater that doesn't use electricity. It runs on something called canned heat, which is indoor safe fuel. And with a Vesta stashed in our closet, I know that the Poso family can keep warm no matter what. And it doubles as a stove to boil water or cook food, which is pretty cool, honestly. Now, the best part is you can get a Vesta and a bunch of other gifts absolutely free when you order the Winter Prep Special from MyPatriotSupply. Just go to mypatriotsupply.com/Jack to see everything included. This offer won't last long, and neither will this nice fall weather. It's going to get cold. So go to mypatriotsupply.com/Jack today. That's mypatriotsupply.com/Jack. Folks, there has been this video that's gone absolutely viral in the California governor's race. Katie Porter, this I don't even know how to describe what we're seeing here. So I'm going to play it for you, and you can be the judge yourself.
You know, this allegation of groomer and pedophile, it is alleging that a person is criminal somehow and engaged in criminal acts merely because of their identity, their sexual orientation, their gender identity.
Joining us now is Sheriff Chad Bianco of Riverside County, Florida. Sheriff Bianco, how are you?
Very good. Riverside County, California.
Riverside, California, of course. And what exactly did we see here in this video? And there's been a number of other videos of this candidate who supposedly is the leading Democrat in the California governor's race.
And we saw what we know here in California from Katie Porter is an absolute train wreck. She's been a train wreck forever. She claims she's a leader. She's not. She doesn't like the people around her. She doesn't like her family. She doesn't like the people that work for her or that she works with. And she's showing it now. And we're finally seeing all of this. And I do have to remind her that pedophilia is a crime. And we in California are absolutely sick of this left agenda that wants us to somehow believe it's not.
I mean, you hear this, and then even beyond the disgusting things that she's saying, you also hear the way that she's berating her own staff in some of these videos that have come out. She's berating reporters. I mean, this seems like someone who is a classic narcissist. And I mean, I got to say, you know, you guys already have one of those as governor. It hasn't been going so well.
Yeah, she is definitely Gavin Newsom 2.0, and you kind of hit it on the head. She is the epitome of what the Democrat Party is right now. Every single one of them are complete narcissists, either truly or just by accident. They've fallen into that lifestyle, if you will, because they've been enabled for so long to say whatever they want, lie about whatever they want. The press can't question them because there is no follow-up questions. And we just saw with that interview that when there is a follow-up question, the agenda just completely falls apart because it's based on lies, it's based on emotion and not fact or the actual reality that California is living. So she represents the California Democrat Party here, and I love it. She's my biggest supporter right now.
Your biggest supporter. Well, Sheriff, you've thrown your hat in the ring for the governor's race. You know, the race takes place, of course, next year, so we're about a year out. Talk to us about the state of California right now and why you're calling for change.
Yeah, we absolutely need a new and different path forward for California. We've been one-party rule for decades, and particularly the supermajority for the last 10, 12 years. And we are finding that California is hurting. California is losing people, losing businesses. No one is coming here anymore for that California dream. It's gone. We have the highest taxes, the highest poverty rate. Everything that we are supposed to be the best in, we're the worst. Everything that we're the worst in, we're supposed to be the best. We have more water than any place in the country, and yet we have no water. It's a complete mismanagement of government, a complete failure of an ideology as an agenda, with special interests being more important than Californians itself. And I'm truly representing what everyone is looking for right now, and that is leadership, honesty, integrity, character that we have not voted for since truly Ronald Reagan.
Well, and that's the thing. California at one point boasted, certainly one of the most beautiful states in the entire union, boasted incredible resources. It was the place of dreams. It was a place that attracted not the illegal alien dreamers, but actual dreamers, where people would go to try to, find their fortune, where people would try to go and make it. And now it's become a place that it feels like, honestly, they're just looting what was once one of the shining examples of American excellence.
They truly are. Californians have just become the liberal agenda bankroll, and we're tired of it. We reached our maximum of what we're willing to pay to stay in California and the pressures that are put on us by government, and we're taking it back. There is a time now where we've said enough is enough. We're going to go for a government that actually works for its people again, instead of the people making to make government bigger. That goes against the California dream, against the American dream. And it's time that California set the stage for the rest of the country to be that shining beacon of hope again of what could be possible. Our people are great. Our businesses are great. It is our government that is ruining California.
Well, and what's horrific, actually, we have another piece of tape from Katie Porter here, and I'd love to get your comment on this. Guys, play the clip where it's Katie Porter talking about the people of California, the voters of California.
What do you say to the 40% of California voters who you'll need in order to win?
Let me be clear with you. I represented Orange County. I represented a purple area. I have stood on my own 2 feet and won Republican votes before. That's not something every candidate in this race can say.
So you don't
I
think
feel like this is unnecessarily argumentative. What is your question?
The question is the same thing I asked everybody.
You have it written and I'll answer it.
And we've also asked the other candidates, do you think you need any of those 40% of California voters to win? And you're saying, no, you don't.
No, I'm saying I'm going to try to win every vote I can. And what I'm saying to you is that...
Well, to those voters, okay, so you...
I don't want to keep doing this. I'm going to call it. Okay. Thank you.
You're not going to do the interview with us?
Nope, not like this. I'm not. Not with 7 follow-ups to every single question you ask.
Every other candidate has answered.
I don't care. I don't care.
Sheriff, what did we see just there? This is someone who, she's talking about how she doesn't need the votes of 40% of the people of the state, doesn't seem to really care about them. And then when she gets asked a follow-up question, she doesn't even want to answer it, and she walks off the interview.
Yeah, it's exactly what is wrong with government and the people that have been in our state government forever, in that they're never questioned, they're never held accountable. And it's something like me. I had that interview with that reporter, and they had to kick me out of the studio. They said, you're going to have to come back. We could go on for hours with you asking questions that we're not afraid of answering, because all I have to offer is truth, honesty, and a better way of life for Californians. And I will tell you that I want 100% of California vote. I know I won't get it, because there are some just crazy lunatic people that maybe 5% just refuse to vote for anyone other than a party member. But I want 100% of California vote, because I'm going to make it better for Californians instead of a special interest or an agenda or an ideology that is truly killing California. We need to get back to what California stood for, what California has been made great for, and really get back to public safety, infrastructure, education, cost of living, making all of those things good here instead of what we truly have.
Well, and Sheriff, let me ask you this as well. One of the big things that we've seen from Governor Newsom and the current administration of California is this complete refusal and outright obstruction to work with the federal government on the issue of illegal aliens. Obviously, this has been a huge problem plaguing California. What would be your policy there?
Yeah, the policy is to take care of California, and you work with the federal government to get the benefits that every other state is getting right now from the federal government, instead of fighting him at every turn. California has had decades long of failure because of the Democrat Party. And right now we are seeing an absolute refusal to acknowledge those because of Trump derangement syndrome, where you mention the word Trump and they just lose their minds. And we don't talk about California anymore because it's just about fighting the president who is trying to make the country the greatest that we have ever been in history. And we are seeing some of the things that he's doing. His policies are absolutely outstanding. They should just give him the Nobel Peace Prize right now and give him what he deserves instead of just fighting him like he's doing something wrong. California is definitely broken because of politics. And in this election, we're going to set it straight. We're going to set a new path forward, and we're going to make California that shining star on the West Coast that it once was.
Sheriff, are you saying that you want to make California great again? You could just say it.
We are going to make California great again.
Oh, I love to hear it. I mean, you go out there, you hear the stories, and look, as an East Coast guy, right? We think of California as it is today, and people make the jokes and people talk about it, but you really think back to what California could be beyond the homeless encampments, beyond the illegals festering everywhere, beyond the crime. California, and obviously I've been there many, many times, especially when I was in the Navy, went through San Diego quite a few times. I mean, it's absolutely gorgeous. It is God's country, and God's people need God's country to be absolutely restored. Sheriff Bianco, where can people go to follow you, get more information on the campaign and everything you're putting out?
Absolutely. BiancoForGovernor.com or Sheriff Chad Bianco on all of the social media platforms. We need your help. We need your support. We're going to make a small investment. You can all make a small investment in California's future, and we're going to make a difference in 2026.
Check them out, folks. Make California great again. I like the sound of that. I really like the sound of that. Jack Posobiec will be right back here. Human Events Daily, Real America's Voice.